to anybody. It may feel good at the moment, but later on, you're going to throw that paper plate away. So it's not it's not something that you rewash and use again. It's something that you throw away. So if you don't appreciate someone in that amount, you're not going to show that in a type of way that you show someone that they mean the world to you. So the one thing that I feel that we do in relationships is we get to a point where our appreciation goes down for the person, or the value of the person goes down as far as appreciation, and we tend to um, pull out our negativity or our restfulness, as in we get comfortable and we don't dress the same anymore, or we don't uh, compliment them. We don't, things come out that didn't come out at the beginning. Our insecurities come out in the wrong way. We get controlling. We get abusive. We try to control the situation to where it's in our favor. We try to, we go out looking for someone else because it's not the same inside of us that it used to be at the beginning of the relationship. So we stop doing the things that we did at the beginning, or doing better than we did, at the beginning. We just stop and we get worse, and that is showing that there's an obligation instead of appreciation. I was with I was with a lady, and she had 3 kids. And the one thing I didn't like about the situation of being with her was because when it came to the kids, was because they always got rewarded. But they would never get rewarded for the good things that they did. They would get rewarded because they were her kids. So it was not. It was not the case of, I appreciate my mom doing this stuff for me. It was that I feel like she's obligated to have to do this stuff because I am her child, and she will reward them. And they were intelligent kids. I'm talking about A plus, and A plus kids. They weren't really bad in behavior, but they started to spiral into bad behavior, and they didn't see any reason not to do it because of the rewards and the times they were getting those rewards. They could be on punishment and still have a Xbox and get upgraded to an Xbox 360. Just because the Xbox 360 or the Xbox One went on sale, they would get it, at a time that they're on punishment. They would, when it came to food and treats and everything, she would hide treats in her room because she knew that they would come in and take it. So it wasn't anything to where they were like, well, I'm not going to touch this because if I do, something bad is going to happen. It's just like, well, my mom knows that I'm going to take it if I find it. I'm going to look everywhere for it. I'm going to take it. Even though she tells them don't do it, you know, it becomes an obligation. Even me, I felt like for a while, I looked at my mom and my grandma, and I was like, well, they're not gonna do, um, bad on me because of the fact that I'm their child. I'm the grandson, I'm the son, I'm the oldest. You know, um, I they have an obligation to care for me in a type of way. If something's going wrong in my life, I'm looking at them saying, hey, don't close the door on me. Don't say no to me because, I'm your child. So it wasn't that they seen a lot of appreciation for the stuff that they were doing for me. I mean, sometimes thank you is not enough. Just saying thank you is not enough. Actually showing that you care, showing that you appreciate it in a way where they know it, instead of just a thank you. Cleaning the car, cleaning their house, even though you don't stay there, making sure that, as women, they don't have to, stress themselves. One rule that I felt like I had to pick up is I'm the man. So as the man, I got to carry this stuff in so that the women don't have to. And if any man is around and they are above an age where they can carry their own backpack in, they should be able to carry a bag in, depending on how heavy the bag is. The woman shouldn't have to do it because there are men around. A woman shouldn't have to do the heavy duties because there's a man that can lift heavy in the house. That's showing appreciation for the woman. Showing the women off, as beautiful as they are, even in their pajamas or whatever. Hey, you're beautiful. Let me show you how much you mean to me. It's the appreciative. Show appreciation. If you're not used to getting flowers, get them flowers. If you're not used to, buying candy or writing poems or, just a love letter, appreciation letter, doing things that you haven't done for them, that's what you want to do. You want to make sure that they know that there is care there. If you get to a point where you feel like you have to respond to something because you feel they are hurting you, respond with love. I've been with women that get mad and they say something that usually would press your buttons. They learn stuff that, okay, this is not getting to them, but this will. And when those buttons are being pressed, not respond back. Or if I'm not getting the type of, response that I want, instead of throwing a jab back to try to hurt their feelings or try to get a reaction out of them, instead reply with love. Instead of reply with something that lets them know that you care about them and that you love them, that you don't want any harm to come to them. You want to protect them. It's showing appreciation that their worth is more than just a diss or a jab back or a bad mouthing of them. And in that, eventually they're going to see that, man, this dude keeps responding to my bad stuff and I just keep doing it to him. I feel bad for it, but this is what I'm used to. Maybe I shouldn't do that because I want to show this man that I appreciate him for appreciating me so much. If growth is the one thing that you want to do in a relationship, you want to show growth in every situation that you do. You want to show love in every situation. If you've always known a way to do things, you want to learn a different way to be able to do them if the way that you did them was wrong or negative. It says in the Bible, when I was a child, I did childish things. I talked like a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I threw those childish things away. And the one thing that, and if I see that children do those things, I shouldn't be doing those things. And one thing children do is they do throw jabs back at each other. They do diss each other because that's what they know to do. But if a child is doing those things and I find myself as a man, I'm not supposed to do those things. I'm supposed to be doing better than what a child does. And that shows appreciation for my growth. That shows appreciation for them that I am growing. So everything that I've been doing in the past, I don't want to do that anymore. Because those are the old me. And as a changing man, I want to be able to show growth in every situation, because in my growth, that shows my woman that I appreciate them. And if you are a woman or a man, and the more you show your growth in the relationship, that is showing that you appreciate them for being around, because they are the reason that they feel as if they are the reason that you are growing, and they want you to grow. Everyone in a relationship wants their mate to get better. They don't want them to stay the same. They want to be able to see that they make the person into a better person. If you don't, it gets frustrating. If you're going backwards, if you're if you seem like you're going in less than age, they're going to feel as if the problem is not them, it's you, and they need to get rid of you. But if you show growth in everything that you do, they're going to see that they're going to see and believe that they are a positive of being around you. And like I keep saying, love overcomes all. The one thing is that some people don't know how to love. They don't know because it's not really taught in the way that we want it to be taught. And in these times that we have, it's not really being shown to a majority of people in the way that it needs to be shown for it to be passed on to a different person of this is how you do it. I know we watched a lot of TV shows growing up, like Family Matters and different shows that had families in them where the men would get into argument, but they would make up, and those were shows that we had growing up. But as we moved along, drama became more attractive. You know, divorces and cheating and breakups and makeups became, breakups and moving on became the thing of TV. So you didn't get to see this woman and man that were married for 20 years make up from a disagreement that they had. Now you're seeing people get into arguments and they're breaking up and they're moving on, or they're getting into an argument and here comes Jerry, who treats Susan so correctly, she starts thinking about leaving Tom. So it's all about appreciation. You don't want to get into the mode of obligation, because that makes it tough for a person to know that they're important to you if you start to ignore how much they're worth to you. Well, that's gonna be my episode today. I hope that it went good for you. I hope that you that we all learned something, because I definitely did myself learn as I was talking about the subject. Yes, I knew some things about it, but I definitely learned a lot more as I talked about it as well. But like I say, if you like the show, hit me up and let me know. Hoping that everybody's having a good night. I might be taking a break for a week or two, just to give it a break and start to renew myself on how to do things, get some more equipment going, get the microphone better, stuff like that. So it might be a short, little break that happens where I don't do any episodes, which might take a week or two, but definitely we'll be back in no time. It won't be a long break. It won't be a long break, and we're gonna get it back to where it's becoming a better show. Like I said, a lot of things are coming. We might be starting at an earlier time and getting more guests to come through. We'll get guests to come through and get the show actually rolling on the ball, where we get people to actually join in what's going on. So if you got anything that you want to hear, if you think that I'm wrong, let me know. I give you the addresses that you can let me know on. If you think that I'm right, definitely hit me up. Let me know what you think about the show. If you got anything that you feel like you want me to talk about, go ahead and send me that, and I will see what I could do as far as putting it on my show. And I'll let you guys go, and I hope that you holler at me, because I'm definitely going to holler at y'all.